r/the10thDentist. Simplinamad10ns says, if you leave your partner because they ask for a paternity test, you don't really care about them? In my opinion, people who leave their partners over paternity tests are full of themselves. I know everyone hates the idea of having their loyalty questioned, but anyone can be a cheater at any point in the relationship. People cheat in long-term marriages all the damn time. Just because you know you won't cheat after everything doesn't mean your partner can know for sure. It's really weird to me to have such a strong reaction to someone wanting to be sure about their relationship, and kind of proves they had a right to have doubts to me. If you'd leave them over this, yeah, your loyalty to them is questionable. I can say for sure, if my partner wanted a test that could reveal if I cheated, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Why? Because I'm not a cheater, and I want my partner to feel safe and secure. Cracker D says, realizing your partner doesn't trust you about something so huge and important is something not every relationship can survive. The attraction would be gone for many people. Butthole55 says, depends on the situation I guess. If you've been nothing but loyal and supportive and your so doesn't have any past trauma or something, then for sure, I'd still get it but be like, frick you. McKB says, the thing is, you aren't only accusing them of cheating on you. You're accusing them of being capable of such evil and manipulation to not only cheat, but to then attempt to pass off the baby as yours with full intent to raise another man's child. Being accused of cheating is one thing. If my husband told me that not only did he suspect I cheated, but also that he felt I was capable of doing such a depressing and horrible act of lying to him about being a father, I would never be able to look at him or our relationship the same. Did he never think I truly loved him? Did he always view me in this light? What did I do to make him perceive me as being not only capable, but willing to do this? It would destroy my self-esteem, make me always psychoanalyze my actions going forward, and be extremely wary of getting close to anyone again. r/the10thDentist. Talking Gosselet says, in pop music, mediocre singers are better than talented singers. When a singer is mediocre, it's easy for everyone have fun singing along. It's also more soothing to listen to a singer with no range sing a simple tune than to listen to an extremely technical song with all sorts of modulations. Furthermore, when a pop star is a mediocre singer, it's easier for fans to believe they can achieve similar success one day. This serves a dual function. For fans, it makes it easier for them to identify with the pop star and also each other. For haters, it encourages them to give free publicity by constantly trashing the mediocre singer's skills and delusional fan base. All of this means that it's easier for mediocre singers to go viral, which means they end up influencing more lives and creating more happiness in the general population. Therefore, record labels should actively seek out mediocre singers and give less attention to talented singers. For proof, look at the entire history of pop music. Especially in cases where a mediocre singer was friends with a talented singer and you can compare their careers. Hostel Rocket says, it could also be more related to charisma. Mediocre singer with charisma will go very far. Denis says, would a talented singer not be able to replicate all of this? They are talented after all. Jordan Slamsy says, I mean, for proof you can look up top X pop songs of all time and you're going to find more talented / exceptional singers than mediocre topping the charts. Pitchfork Joe says, depends what you mean by mediocre. Like, being mediocre for a professional singer is still better than like 99% of the population. It's true that a top 1% singer who's also hot and charismatic is probably better than a top 0.1% singer who lacks those things. Madonna is a great pop star who's a mediocre singer. But she's still, like, way better at singing than some randomer on the street. Actually, truly mediocre singers are just no fun to listen to. Jedward had 15 minutes of fame for novelty, but their star faded, cause no one enjoyed their music all that much. cause they were genuinely mediocre singers. Hell, look at Eurovision the other night. UK's entrant is a legit star and an accomplished singer, but he had an off night vocally, singing well below his normal standard. Despite his charm and some good choreography, his act bombed with the general public, getting Nari a single point in the televote. r/the10thDentist. EL289 says, most hot food is completely fine cold. Chicken soup and lentil soups are the main ones I eat, and I like them better when they are cold, immediately out of the fridge. Sometimes I get a brain freeze. Also, shawarma, look it up, pizza, pasta, lasagna. I enjoy them just as much when they are cold than when they are hot, so I don't bother putting them in the microwave. Also, salmon is better when cold. Burritos and fajitas also cold. Ornak the Barbarian says, I agree with your title, but not all your examples. Fishers says, I can accept the others, but cold chicken noodle soup is just a step too far. G0 Bex's Teep says, yeah, I like cold stuff too. Mega Puff says, if I saw someone eat cold chicken soup I would call the police. Agliterature says, upvoted. You're insane. Nefaria Useg says, hard upvote. All of those things minus salmon, if prepared differently, are disgusting cold. Untold says, 100% cold pasta, cold Chinese food, cold pizza, cold chili. Basic Schedule 7284 says, I love cold pasta. Plasmas 29 says, cold burritos and fajitas? No. Solobian says, eating cold food just hits different fresh out of the fridge. Like the door is still open and you are eating your leftovers. r/the10thDentist. OK Security 8657 says, being tracked and monitored by the government wouldn't be that bad. People love to get all paranoid about the government tracking them, but honestly, why does it matter? They can find all our info anyways, and let's be honest, none of us are important enough for the government to care what we do on a Friday night. They could literally put a microchip in me and track me, and I wouldn't care. I don't want the government finding me. My brother in Christ, you stay at your home address 365 nights per year. Ocean 2178 says, the thing people get wrong about privacy is that it's not an issue of the individual. No one who matters gives a frick about you, and if they did then you would know, outside of stalkers and or fame. It's an issue at scale, whereby having more data and information allows people to better manipulate the world and silence/attack opposers as they see fit, regardless of ethics. The example I always use is, say we are fine with devices tracking all of our health data and employment data, and selling it, and passing it around to whoever wants it. What's to say that people that work in more labor-intense industries won't see rises in their medical bills because they are more liable to injury/issues? Or that employers of large corporations won't start to secretly put those with pre-existing medical conditions at the bottom of the pile during the hiring process because they don't want to deal with the insurance premiums? The more they know, the more they can take advantage of for their own gain, and despite popular belief the government doesn't actually know everything, but you can sure as hell bet they would like to. Feeling Kazi says, the reason it's bad is because it allows for total control and manipulation. Them seeing everything you do makes it easier to rewire your brain, for lack of a better term. It also takes away the right to free speech and thought, cause if you're unable to say/do anything that the government may not like, it doesn't even have to be anything wrong either, then you have to worry about getting into trouble. That's ass. It might just be my schizophrenia talking, but it's frick ed up, man. I don't want them spying on me. I'm literally the most boring person ever, like I sleep 90% of the time, but I still want the freedom to do shit without being under watch 24/7. Apollosoyas 1975 says. CIA/FSB agent. Cheshire Ed Tsunami says. It matters for folks who might genuinely be oppressed by the government. We shouldn't make it easier for that happen. r/the10thDentist. Scottiv2 says. Toothpaste is gross. Pretty much title. I have yet to find a toothpaste that I can stand to brush my teeth with. The texture and look of it gives me the same feeling as when someone starts squeezing styrofoam. I can't stand mint flavoring, and other kinds of toothpaste have all been gritty or make me gag. Never had a cavity though. Dumbbelldiver92 says. Try kids toothpaste, assuming it's one for older kids and not toddlers. It's identical in terms of what you need, fluoride content, to adult toothpaste and way better tasting. I'm a grown woman with a child and still use bubble gum toothpaste. Val77 Erebutus says. This isn't actually a dentist sub. Riesarella says. I don't mind the texture, but I do agree mint flavor can be overwhelming at times. It's a shame they don't make sensitive toothpaste and non-mint flavors, at least at my local pharmacy. Snowblind45 says. Toothpaste is gross. Out with that blasphemy in my dental subreddit. Separate Cupcake 964 says. I'm completely with you here. Not brushing my teeth just feels marginally more gross, and that's the only way I can get by. Faciles Potato P says. Try High Smile. I have an issue with most toothpastes, they make me gag, and the feeling in my mouth is disturbing. High Smile doesn't have a bad mouth feel and comes in a variety of flavors. I use chocolate and tell my dentist that I brush with Hershey's syrup. He's an asshole, but he's the only one in my area that takes my insurance. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.